This is Matt Ferry, 2 Boxing. I am delighted to be joined by the Romford Bull, Big Johnny Fisher. Johnny, talk to me, how's things?
I'm good, thanks mate, all good, just raring to go. I want Saturday to be tomorrow so I can go and do the job and then have a Chinese after.
Talk about Chinese, where is Big John? Is he about? Boss man?
He's running about getting more tickets as we speak. I think he's going to come up later today or tomorrow, pick some more up off of Matchroom and distribute them out. I could have easily done 3,000 tickets for this one, just haven't been given enough tickets, that's all it is.
Yeah, I think I heard someone saying that, Eddie was saying you could have given you 4 and you'd probably sold it, yeah?
Yeah, I could have had, if he gave me 4,000 tickets from the beginning, I would have sold them, that's not a lie, I promise you, I promise.
That's incredible. What's it like for you, obviously, you're going to be fighting at Alexandra Palace, place with a lot of history. We don't see too many boxing things there, it's normally darts, but the atmosphere will be absolutely banging. You must be absolutely raring to go.
I'm raring to go, as you said. The atmosphere in Ali Pali is always great, whether it's darts, whether it's going to be boxing this time. I've got to just do my job though. My job there is to go in there and beat Gabriel and Grema.
Is it hard when you've got that following to maybe not let the moment or the pressure of everything get to you? Because people feed off the crowd, and I can imagine if you've got everyone screaming your name this early on, it must be, is it hard to sort of maybe do exactly what Mark's saying with the game plan?
It's hard, it is hard, but it's good that I'm getting it in the bank now, because if I were fighting in front of 200, 300 people, that's still a hard challenge, but I'm doing it in front of thousands at the minute, and they're all my own supporters, so when I come to them bigger fights, I've got this experience in the bank.
I asked Mark, what's the biggest thing that you've improved on, or since he had you from the start to now, and he said it's patience. He said he's got Romford Bull for a reason, but it's about working on your timing and your shots. Have you noticed that within yourself, that you're becoming maybe a bit more patient, not as gung-ho?
Definitely in sparring, definitely in my last fight I was a little bit more calm, but I can still relax even more. I'm not as relaxed as I should be yet, and that's going to take time. It's my 4th fight, my 5th fight coming up. It's going to take time. I had a limited amateur background, so I'm hard on myself because I know I can perform better. But it's just going to keep coming and keep coming. Every fight I have, I'll learn something new. This fight on Saturday might be a really, really tough test. I'm expecting a tough test.
Is that what you're wanting now? Because obviously, it's staff saying that heavyweight's very physical because you're big men, but you do seem to be able to just run through these opponents. So is it a case of now you want someone who will maybe take you a few more rounds so you can get that seasoning?
Obviously, I want to win as quickly as I can, as fast as I can, and emphatically as I can. That's never going to change. Yeah. And if I wanted to, I reckon I could just turn up on Saturday and give this guy hell. But that's a dangerous tactic. This guy can throw a right hand pretty well. If I get caught stupid, you can get caught stupidly. Anyone can in the heavyweight game. So instead of being this Romford Bull all the time, I want to show that I can box. People who see me spar and know I can do that. So I want to show that I'm a boxer as well. But that doesn't mean I won't get the knockout.
Absolutely. It's just about finding that right balance, isn't it? I was speaking, I actually saw a post, I think you or Fabio put it up. You and Fabio Wardley sparring. Yeah. I mean, I'll happily tell you now, I'll pay to watch that, because I can imagine if you two just go at it, it's fucking crazy. Talk about that sparring. Good experience for you and Fabio?
Oh, brilliant experience. Me and Fabio, I've sparred Fabio since the beginning of my career. I mean, we get on really well. I would class him as a friend, because I see him in camp. I see him every week, 2-3 times a week. Yeah. So he's a good guy, and I'm happy for him how he's doing. He's on to sort of going on to world level opponents really, or just fringe world European level. So it's great to feed off his experience, and we both do really well with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, next time you're sparring, hit me up. Honestly, I'll bounce down just for that. Let's just talk about some of the big names in the heavyweights now, because obviously your division, want your opinion on it. Looks like Dillian Whyte and Fury is actually going to happen. I think last time we spoke, we were in Manchester, I think it was. Has your thoughts and opinions about that fight changed? Whyte and Fury, obviously it's going to be hectic. The build-up's going to be mental, but big stage. Dillian gets his chance. Talk to me about the fight and what you think could happen.
Yeah, listen, I'm happy to see. I want to see Dillian get his chance, because he should have had it a long time ago. Yeah. He's been waiting forever. But it's a tough fight for Dillian Whyte. Tyson Fury is a tough fight for any man in the division. So I think his back's against the wall with this one. But if there's one man who's got that grit and determination to give Fury a test, it's Dillian Whyte. Because one thing I can guarantee from being a fan of Dillian Whyte, he will never back down.
You've done some sparring with Fury, haven't you? I've seen him, and he says a lot of good things about you. What's that work like? Obviously, he can do a lot. He can switch it, move. He can put it on you. What's it like going in there and sparring him?
I know Tyson Fury is obviously levels and levels above me, but to be able to go in there and hold your own and do a bit of sparring with him for a few rounds, I'm so grateful. And as you said, he can move, he can hit, he's strong, he's fast, he's got great footwork. Unbelievable experience for me, not only to see his boxing ability, but to be around him as a man. And I talk to him every now and then on social media, and he always gives me little bits of advice about keeping your dad close, keeping your family unit tight. just a great man to have to lend an ear to, you know.
Wow, if you've got that now and you've got obviously lineal heavyweight champion giving you advice, you're in a really good spot. Just finally, have you got a message for the Romford Bull Army before Saturday night? A bit of a rally cry to get them going.
Listen, boys and girls, starting from the drill, 12 o'clock in Romford. If you're coming from the drill, you're coming from up north, you're coming from down south in the wet southwest. We're all gonna have a great time. Make sure you're there on time. 8:30, 9 o'clock. We'll be ready to rumble. Bosh.
Johnny Fisher, thanks for talking 2 and 2 Boxing. It's a pleasure. We'll catch up near fight night.